So many of us who are raised in the English-speaking West, if we don't have an immigrant background that is not an anglicised background, so if we come from an Indian English background, then we might speak Punjabi or some other dialect. If we come from an Asian background, we might speak Mandarin or Cantonese. But most anglicised people speak English, and that's it. And we're crap at doing other languages. We are really bad. We don't learn the French. We don't learn any of the European languages that are across the water from us. We speak English, and then we expect everybody to speak English. This is not that world. They would have understood Koine Greek, Aramaic, Hebrew. They would have understood the language of the Romans, Latin. Now, they may have understood it in greater or lesser degree, but they would have understood it. We're lucky if we can go parler français. Well, that's about as far as we get.
Think of First World War when the English were at Ypres, but they pronounced it wipers because they didn't want to...
Wipers.
That's right.
Yeah, Philip, quite possibly a Hellenistic Jew. When you think of the diaspora, when everybody was kicked out, the message went out with people who could speak different languages.
Mark 3:10, for he had healed many, insomuch that they pressed upon him for to touch him, as many as had plagues. Afterwards, we go up to the mountain, and the 12 are chosen. Now, you could read into that, guys, I need some help, and I'm going to deputise you 12, and you're going to go out and help me. But you know, some of you are going to possibly go north, and we need some Greek speakers. Or east into Decapolis and the Greek-speaking world as well. So it's plainly obvious that's why this happened. And time-wise, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so he's linked with these other guys, Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew, in the groupings, and it's likely that Philip, along with Nathaniel and Thomas, were fishermen from Galilee. Why do I say that? Because if you were to refer to the Gospel of John, John chapter 21, it talks about them all going fishing.
Yes.
Which, as I've said before, means that there were approximately 7 of the 12 were fishermen, which is ridiculous. For a rabbi to go and pick 7 fishermen to become his new movement that was going to change the world, what a load of nonsense that is. Why aren't you going to the Bet Talmud? Why aren't you going to the school of the disciples? Why aren't you going and taking the academic young men out of there so that they could be your people? Why aren't you going into the Sanhedrin and asking for who is the best young up-and-coming thruster? No, he goes down to a cruddy area and picks cruddy people.
Yeah, but that's a political message, isn't it? Definitely. Saying, you can have all you guys over there, but what I'm about to talk about, it's for these guys. They're going to help.
I think bigger than a political message. I think it's a theological message that says God chooses those things which the world thinks are rubbish. He chose Israel because it was a bunch of basket cases.
Are you saying that's why he chose you?
Probably. I'm the least likely of men to be doing what I'm doing, mate.